So now, my interest in coming out to see you was on behalf of older moms, and mostly because as we emailed to each other, well, we're old, we're tired, but we still have young, active children. So how do we provide nutritious meals without being exhausted at the end of the day? That's what I struggle with, and I know a lot of other moms that do.
That's sort of what we're all about. We want it to be easy for moms, because none of us has an extra 2 hours a day to say, oh, let's just, make our own whatever. We use convenience foods, but we choose them wisely. We use canned beans because we don't soak beans and cook beans. We do occasionally, but for the most part we use canned beans. We sometimes use jarred pasta sauce. But we pick a good brand. You have to compare, look at the sodium levels. So we like convenience, but we like homemade food, so we incorporate the two and make it as nutritious as we can.
You know, and you can rely on things like the slow cooker. People will get in their sort of slow cooker jags, and you load it up in the morning, and then dinner's served at the end of the day. So there's lots of different things you can do to just sort of streamline your time in the kitchen. It's okay to have breakfast for dinner. It's okay to have a sandwich for dinner. Tonight I'm making egg salad, and I'm going to serve it on slider buns. And it's a recipe in our second cookbook, which is called No Wine with Dinner. And our egg salad, I start off with either organic eggs or omega-3 eggs. And that's just from chickens that are special diet. Omegas are good for the heart, omega-3 good for the heart. And then I add shredded carrot, I use canola mayonnaise, I add a little bit of chopped bacon, that's optional. My husband's a vegetarian, but he likes bacon. And then I serve them on whole wheat slider buns, or you could serve them on any number of pita pockets, you name it. So you can have sandwiches for dinner. You don't have to sit and have that big roast that we had when we were growing up, per se.
How much time do you think you spend preparing your average meal for your family?
Oh boy, that varies. It could be 10 minutes, it could be a half hour, it could be an hour on some nights. But we have quick recipes in the book. We make quesadillas sometimes, where you just take whatever leftover meat you have, or you add beans and cheese and some sauteed red bell pepper, and mix it all together with some low-fat cheddar cheese that's been shredded, and you can cook a quesadilla in about 5 or 6 minutes.
And I like to add a lot of fresh cilantro when I'm doing quesadillas for the family, a little barbecue sauce, but some people don't like cilantro. So quesadillas are very versatile, and I in fact made them last night because they are so easy, and some nights you're just running ragged.
And you were showing me on your website some ways to get a picky eater interested in, say, excuse me, my son has been skipping snack time at school, and I think he's just not excited by what I'm packing for him. So you had a great idea, for instance, about making a little toothpick critter out of vegetables and cheese.
Right. You can do little kebabs. I think the key, though, when we talked about your son, is sit down with him and say, what do you want at snack time? Now, if he says, I want potato chips, and you say, well, gee, our goal at snack time is to give you something nutritious, good for your body, so you can grow big and strong. So let's go through all your favorites, and from that, let's pick what meets that criteria.
Yeah.
Maybe don't use the word criteria. Use the word critter.
I think
But make it
love
fun.
that.
Make it fun and get him involved.